Will you quickly check if we're on? Which I'm sure we are, because we always do this, and everyone's always like, "Oh, we're on."
Like you start your videos by saying, "Are we live?" My goddaughter would be appalled at this, by the way.
You're not being professional.
Oh,
Okay.
we're live. We're definitely live.
Okay, fantastic.
Hello,
Awesome.
hello, and happy Imbolc weekend. Welcome to this festival that is the said to be here in the Northern Hemisphere, the kind of first spring festival, the midway point between winter solstice and spring equinox. Welcome to our Project Earthwork celebration of that.
Oh, yes. And I'm so excited because I've got my snowdrops are coming up in my garden. And that's always like, I'm like, spring's coming. Hallelujah. And we've actually had some sunshine as well, which is really amazing. So I'm really happy about that. Yeah, so I'm super excited for us. So it's 2025. Can you freaking, and Feb.
It seems like a long time since we did this, right? Because we sort of took December and January. We put something online that was more of a conversational, recorded piece, all three of us. So this is the first time we've been live in. It seems like forever. I don't even know how long, but it certainly seems like forever, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's been ages. But we have some exciting news because we've been squirreling away in the background. And as a lot of you know, because plenty of you have been booking with us over the last few months to go to Glastonbury with us in July 2025. And so we have come up with a theme and we are busy putting everything together. So, Karen, do you want to tell them a little bit more about that?
So we've got our weekend in Glastonbury. As you know, we joined together in Glastonbury last year, and it was one of the most powerful experiences of my life, certainly. And this year we are returning for a workshop that is Project Earthwork Live 2025, the Grail Gates of Gaia, is what we've been guided to call this. And we're going to be doing some amazing things. We're going to be working with the upper, lower, and middle realms, where you can read all of the details on our Project Earthwork website. But it's going to be really awesome, isn't it, Yolandi? I'm dead excited about it.
Yes. And I think the highlight for me is also the fact that we've got our private ceremony and rituals that we're going to be doing in the chalice well. So no one else is going to be there, just us. From 8 o'clock till 10 o'clock on the Sunday morning, we're going to start there. And we've got some amazing rites and ceremonies prepared that we want to be doing with you guys there. And then we're going to venture out to some other sacred parts of Glastonbury as well. So it's going to be like an entire morning of working with the land and really getting into the energies and stuff of the sacred sites of Glastonbury. So that for me is really exciting. I obviously love the teaching on the Saturday as well, because all three of us, with Charlie, who's in the comments tonight, like all three of us get to share our passions, and we love the fact that everything kind of fell into place over the last month, and the different realms that we've all been working with has just basically revealed themselves, and we all kind of like go, oh, okay, this is what we're going to be teaching. So it's really amazing how it's like just woven together, and I'm so excited. So yeah, so if you haven't booked, we are more than half full now, so it's only a few more places left. Please get your tickets. It's July 19 to 20 July, 2 days workshop in Glastonbury with the three of us there.
And I also want to say, Yolandi's saying that we're more than half booked now. We are, to the point. Actually, if you'd asked us a week ago, we were way more than half booked. We've actually had to do some jiggery pokery behind the scenes and release some more places. It's still going to be a really intimate group. We're still, the absolute maximum we can bring in is 20. But initially, we'd only planned, I think, to bring in about 12 or so people. And already we are really, really close to that number. So we've had to do a little bit of tweaking behind the scenes and add some more places. So it's still going to be a really tiny group. We're still going to have that idea of even just, what will it be? 23 of us spread out throughout Chalice Well. And that's the only people who are in there. It makes everything in me dance with excitement. And it's also, those tickets are selling so fast. We've still got 5 and a bit months to go. And already we are more than half full. So if you want to join us, please do not wait to do it. You can pay in full, or you can do a payment plan that takes us right up until a few weeks before we go. So those options are still available. Yeah, please don't wait until too late, even if that means you have to do a payment plan, because we won't be able to add any more places. The
Our
number
room is not,
now is that's it. We can't get a bigger room. We want to keep it small and intimate. We won't be able to add any more places. So if you want to join us, please do that soon.
Okay, fantastic. Right, so that's enough about that. Now, 2025. I think both of us we were having a little chat just before we started, and the last 3-4 months of 2024, I feel like so much stuff happened for, I mean, for, I know for all three of us, because we are always talking and seeing what's happening. But I feel like there's been a massive, like this push into this next version, this next realm, this next like way of being for all of us. And we really want to share about that tonight, and just the realm of possibilities that is opening up for everyone in 2025. There is so much awesomeness out there, and I really just want us to start taking the bull by the horns. Just get shit done now.
You look at what is going on in the world. The world is, I've said this before, but we've been saying for years, I've certainly been reading probably since I first started reading spiritual books when I was about 15, a new age will come. The new age is here.
Yeah.
Well, the new age as we want it might not be here yet, but the change is here. The shift is here. The time for us waiting is no longer, it's long past. We do it now or we don't. It's as simple as that. And you look at what is going on in the world around us, and for want of making it really binary, the other side of this is not waiting. The people that we are up against, the structures that we are up against, the situations and the energies that we are up against, they're not waiting. They're not sitting back and going, oh, am I ready? Oh, am I healed enough? Oh, they're just doing it. And so we've got a choice. We either let them go and do it, and then in 6 months' time, we go, oh, shit, now we've got some catching up to do. Or we put our big boy and girl pants on and we just actually step into the fullness of our own possibility and our own potential, as Yolandi says. Yeah. Because the only thing holding us back from that is us.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm just at that point now where I feel, for the last 10 years of doing the work that I'm doing, like I can see potential, but now it's like, I feel like it's right fucking here, right? Like it's literally like, can we just step and go? Can we stop waiting? Can we start speaking? Can we start seeing? Can we start doing what we're needing to do? Because we keep making excuses. Oh, I'm not healed enough. Oh, I'm not this enough. Oh, I'm not that enough. Like, really, the time is now. That is all I can say. The time is fucking now. And the thing is, like, what we are really gearing our work towards this year is like, it feels like all you have to do is just drop into that, right? Like even tonight, like before we started, we were both meditating and the information that came through, and it's really about like dropping out of this consciousness of survival, out of the consciousness of lack, out of the consciousness of I can't, I'm not good enough, and basically these are the base instincts that we are outgrowing now, because that's the point of moving into this new realm and into the new era, where that stuff is like it's child's play. It's not even relevant anymore. You need to drop down into what am I capable of? What is possible for me? Where's my energy stretching to? And what can I do? And I feel like this is where we're just needing to, it's just that shift. That's all we need to make. And I know it feels hard, but the thing is, it's right here. It's like right here.
And I also know that, if you're listening to this and being like, oh, well, that's easy for you to say, but I get it. Like, I absolutely get it. We all have our different levels of privilege. We all have our different levels of ease in daily life. We are not asking you to suddenly throw caution to the wind, throw out everything that feels challenging or taxing, and suddenly be like, right, I'm stepping into who I am now. This is not the phrase we used before when we were talking was, this is not a but, this is a despite. Like you have to step it. We are all, no, I'm going to own it. You have to step into that potential despite the other things.
Yes.
Not when or but or if or none of that, right? We have to step into this despite. And actually, I truly believe, at the risk of sounding like a manifesting guru type thing, because I'm certainly not that, I truly believe that when we choose to step in despite, actually that's when life comes back and meets us. And that's when things will start to shift. Like we have to just own this thing about, yeah, I can be powerful and also broken. I can be absolutely fucking exhausted and also going for it. And that doesn't mean we have to flog ourselves. It doesn't mean we have to do any of the things that, feel really bad. It means if all you do tomorrow is take a tiny step, then you know what? Well, bloody done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rome wasn't built in a day and all that stuff. Every little bit.
Mm.
This is doing it. It's just owning that potential, seeing it, owning it, and being it.
Yeah. And I feel like, a lot of the body stuff that I've been looking at, like it's about building resilience, right? It's like you don't what I'm very conscious of is that our patriarchal models is about this, right? Like profit always goes like that, like growth goes like that. Now, when we really stepping into owning this, we recognize that we are working with the waves. We're going up, we're going down. Today I'm going to be good, tomorrow I might not. But it's the thing is, like, once I've set myself and I'm like in that space of owning me, it's okay to do this. I'm strong enough, I'm resilient enough to be able to ride the waves. And that's the thing that we need to remember. Like, we are not broken just because tomorrow I'm here and then, the day after I'm there. That's exactly what we're meant to be fucking doing.
And
We're
it's
emulating nature.
And it's holding the duality of that, right? Think about the fact that when right here in where I am in Northumberland right now, it's bloody freezing. It's pitch black. It's freezing cold. The only flowers that are out are the snowdrops, as beautiful as they are. Everything else is still quite bare, is still, everything is still very much in winter mode. Now, if we were to go round to the other side of the world, they're in an entirely different season. Right now, they're in an entirely different time of day. And Gaia herself does not hold one. She doesn't say one of those is right and wrong. She doesn't say, oh, the only place I am right now is Northumberland. So Australia, nah, sorry, you're doing it wrong. She doesn't say that. She holds both of them, and so do we. We have to recognize that, as we are, last year's Project Earthwork live session was reawakening the Gaia within. Don't you worry if you missed it, because we'll be coming back with more on that very soon, but that's by the by. And that is about recognizing that we are Gaia and Gaia is us. We have her power within us. We were created in her image. Now, with that in mind, if she can hold both the summer and the winter, so can we. If we can hold both the night and if she can hold both the night and the day, so can we. And so that means that as we're going on these waves, even when we're here, a part of us is here as well. And the job is not to go, I'm not thinking about the down bit. The job is to go, yeah, I'm both at any given moment. And guess what? The potential, the real potential lies in the both. It never lies in the or, it lies in the both.
Oh, boom. I love that so much. And I love that because I'd never thought of, like, you're entirely right. It's like she's holding everything. And this is what we're needing to learn, is we can hold everything, right?
We do. It's not even we can, we do. But I think we find ourselves, I was talking to Charlie today actually about this idea of cycle tracking, right? I've tracked my cycle for over 10 years now. And there's this whole idea of like, if you are somebody who menstruates, when you're bleeding, you should be resting. When you're ovulating, you should be out in the world. Well, hold on. What about when you're bleeding, when the moon is dark, when the moon is full? So the moon's pulling us out in the world, our bodies are pulling us in. Neither of those things are wrong. What about when you're bleeding and the moon is full and it's spring? Well, that's three different, none of those things are wrong. Like we hold it all already by nature of the fact that we are it all already, and we have to own that. We have to.
Yes.
We have been limited into believing that we're only one at any given time. And that's where the problem lies, I think.
Yes. It's that disconnect. It's the disconnect with the nature of everything around us. We are so part of this massive organism, but because we've been put into this individual, it's only me and I have rules to follow and I have to do it that way. But meanwhile, we're part of everything and we get to fucking do it the way we want to. So, because I always find, like, I'll be, bleeding and I'll be like, fuck, I've got so much energy, and everyone else is wintering and I'm like, what's wrong with me? No, nothing's wrong with me. This is how I'm feeling. I'm owning the fact that I behave in a certain way, depending on how I'm feeling, right? So it's just like getting out of the judgment, out of the rule books, and actually trusting this, like trusting ourselves again and our connection with nature.
Do you remember there was a few, maybe it was a couple of years ago, and I can't even remember which season it was, but you had gone back to South Africa, and I'm going to say for the sake of argument, it was summer solstice here. It was probably a different one, but for the sake of argument, it was like you were in South Africa and I was here in the UK, and we were talking on Project Earthwork, the grid and stuff, about what was going on in the UK. Oh, it's summer solstice. But it wasn't where you were. And we had this whole duality at the time that even in our little triangle of the three of us, there we were with two of us having one side of it and the one having another one. And none of it was wrong. And none of it was just the whole thing is there.
Yeah.
We have to recognize ourselves in the whole, right?
Yeah.
And that's where the resilience, you spoke about resilience before, Yolandi. That's where the resilience comes, isn't it? Because it means that we know that on the days where we are, say, bleeding, as you say, and we're really energetic, we're not wasting a chance to rest, because the rest will come back. Like, it gives us the resilience to know that everything is cyclical, to know that we are also everything at any one time, because we know that if it does feel a little bit too much, we can almost just turn our view a little bit to that other part of us and pluck out what we need. We've got it all within us. So God, you can be resilient as hell when you've got everything within you.
And so tonight in our meditation and in our journey, we're going to be working with this energy. And again, as per usual, I mean, we have no idea where we're going to go or how it's going to look, but this is what we're feeling is going to happen. So yeah, I think if there's anything else, like, we could probably go. Anything else you want to share?
No, I'm all for it. Let's go.
Okay, fantastic. Right. Okay, so we're going to let you go first.
Okay, so wherever you are and whatever you're doing, I encourage you, if it's safe to do that, just get yourself comfy. And if you'd like to, close your eyes, at least for this next little bit. You can open them if you want to once I start channeling. But let's just close our eyes and begin by opening up our space. So allowing yourself, first of all, to bring your attention to your breath. And as you breathe, just let yourself breathe all the way into this moment, all the way into your body. And feel as you do those waves that Yolandi spoke about in your breath. But feel the duality of them this time, so that even as you breathe in, know the out breath is waiting there. Even as you breathe out, know that a part of you is already taking in the new, is still sitting in that place of the inhale. So start to see it as the waves, but the continuous waves that become a circle, moving in and out, allowing your energy to be replenished and released in every moment at the rhythm and the pace that feels right for you. And as you breathe, I'm going to begin by calling in that circle around us, a circle that, as always, surrounds the entirety of our beautiful planet, so that wherever you are watching or listening to this, and whenever you are watching or listening to this, you know that you are held, entirely held, by this safe and sacred space that we create together. So calling out, first of all, to the east and to air, to inspiration, to intuition, to wisdom, to logic, to the birds, to the butterflies, to the gentle breezes and the great big gales, to the power of our breath and its ability to anchor us into this moment and then carry us forward into the next and the next and the next. Calling out to our dreams, those that hold our potential and make them feel real for us in any moment. As to the east and the air, we invite them to join with us, to work with us and to bless this time, this space, and this work that we do together. Welcome. Then turning to the south, I call out to the south and to the fire, to action, to passion, to illumination and to warmth, to creativity, to the dragons and the volcanoes, to the fireflies, to the salamanders, and to the sun itself that is the source of all life upon this earth. Calling out to those sparks of imagination, those sparks of creativity that are the first sparks of action. And to the south and the fire, we invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work we do together. Welcome. And turning to the west and calling to the west and to water, to the ebb and the flow of the tides, to the cleansing and the nourishment of the rains, to the release and the emotion of our tears, to the depths, to the shallows, to the power of reflection, to the wisdom and the consciousness that is held within the water, to the whales, the dolphins, the fish, and the merfolk that are the keepers of that consciousness. And right now, as we call out to the west and the water, I invite you just to hear the whispers of that consciousness as it speaks with us, as it tells us the stories and the songs of our own potential and of the potential of our world. To the west and the water, I invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work we do together. Welcome. And then turning to the north and to the earth, to the trees and the plants, to the animals, the mountains, the rocks, and the caves, calling out to groundedness, to surety, to steadfastness, to fertility, to abundance, and to nourishment. Calling out to the roots of the trees, but also the roots of ourselves. May they anchor in all that we have the potential to be, all that we have the potential to create, individually and collectively. To the north and to the earth, I invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work we do together. Welcome. As I draw that circle around us all, throughout all directions of time and space, by east, by south, by west, by north, and back to east, I call in a circle of protection. I call in a circle of connection and a circle of wisdom. I call in a circle of potential and a circle of embodied power. That everything we are, that everything we have been, that everything we have the potential to be may come to the fore within this space, through wisdom, through power, through connection, and through truth. I ask all of this in the name of Gaia. And as I do, I turn to the center and I call to soul, to space, to spirit, and to ether, calling out to the love and the guidance of spirit, to the wisdom and the power of soul, to the vast, limitless potential of space, and to the great mysteries of ether. To the center, to soul, to space, to spirit, and to ether. I invite them to join with us, to work with us, and to bless this time, this space, and this work that we do together. Calling in our ancestors of soul, of stars, of heart, of lineage. Calling in our own souls, every facet of our beings throughout all directions of time and space, and welcoming them into this circle, welcoming them into this work, into this space. And I invite you, as we sit within this circle, to see yourself sitting on the earth as if she herself had offered herself as your throne. But seeing as you sit there the roots that grow down from you, that grow down from the very back of your head, right the way down your spine, right the way down into the earth beneath you. Roots of pure white light, golden white light, that move down into the earth. And as they reach the earth, they spread out far and wide, thick and deep, moving down through all those layers of rock and of soil, through the stones and the earth that our ancestors themselves have walked upon. Feel it as the blessing of the ancestors as your own roots move down to the caverns and the caves beneath the earth's surface, down to the rivers and the streams that lie as our circulatory system of this planet, down to the ring of magma, fire that surrounds the very heart of this planet, and right the way down to the crystal core of Gaia. And as we reach that crystalline core, feel your roots connecting in there. Feel them intertwining with the great forest that can be found there. Your roots intertwining with the roots of the trees that are the heart of our planet, that are the wisdom of our planet, that are the record keepers of our planet. And feel their energy, their wisdom, their security, their trust in you as it flows back up through that fire, back up through those waters, back up through those caves, back up through all those layers of soil and of stone, right the way back up into your base chakra, and then all the way back up your spine. Feel it flooding through you as a certainty that you are held, that in everything you do, you are forever held by this beautiful earth of ours and everything that she represents. And let's allow that to begin to see those first shoots of our potential as they grow within us right now. And as we sit here, see a doorway opening up in your solar plexus, as though the sun itself has begun to radiate out of your very belly. And see that sunlight come out of you as a beam of golden light that stretches up, upwards through your chest, upwards through your neck, upwards through your head, right up out the top of your head and out the ceiling of the room that you're in, through the rest of the building and the roof. See that beam of your own golden sunlight stretching up and out into the sky, up and out into the stars, through the stars, higher and higher, deeper and deeper, until we reach what looks like the very edge of the universe, the very edge of all that there is. And then we break through it, that beam of your own radiance, so bright that even space itself cannot contain it. And stretching up and out into a place that is that same glorious radiance, that is that great central sun of source. And as your light meets its light, feel your own energy being filled with that radiance, filled with that sense of your own personal power and that sense of our collective power. And as that light of source begins to flow back, illuminating your own radiant beam of energy, see it shining and shimmering through the stars, through the sky, through the roof, through the building that you're in, back into the crown of your head. See it illuminating every cell that it passes on the way, illuminating every cell until it's like a flame has caught within you, a flame of perfect power, of perfect radiance, of perfect potential. So that when it reaches all the way back to your solar plexus, that central sun of your own being suddenly seems to just catch fire, just explode with a sense of possibility and potential that is purely your own unique essence. And then see one more chord of what looks like moonlight stretching out from your sacral center, from that space just below your navel, out, going down through the earth and out into the stars, out past the stars, going deeper and deeper into the darkness, until the stars seem like they're left behind, and all that we are left with for illumination is that chord of what looks like moonlight that is your energy, stretching deeper and deeper into the darkness until it reaches the place where it is pure and utter velvety blackness, that radiant black light of the great cosmic womb. And as your chord of moonlight connects in here, perfectly easily, feel that energy of the great cosmic womb connect into your energy. Feel the sense of possibility that flows from this place where all things were born, all things were gestated, all things were conceived. And as that energy moves through your chord of moonlight, back through the stars, back through the earth, back into your body, feel it flow through your whole body in a circuit, flushing out anything and everything that no longer belongs, allowing it to be seen for what it is and integrated within you in a way that feels comfortable, different, but that does not stop you from being all that you can be. It actually emboldens you. But now feel those pathways of possibility within you as they illuminate with that moonlight of your own power, with that beautiful black radiant light of possibility, of conception, of gestation, of birthing. And know that right now in this moment, you are a conduit for the great cosmic womb, for Source, for Gaia herself, all carried through your own unique signature. And let those energies just settle within you, moving through you. If you would like to, at this point in time, you can begin to return your focus to your breath until when you're ready, you open your eyes to watch the transmission. But equally, if you'd like to just stay in this space with these energies flooding through you, shifting and moving everything within you, we invite now anyone who wishes to speak with us to step forward and talk with you all through me at this time. Thank you. You have all spoken at length in your own private lives about the changes you would like to see within the earth, within your own realms, within also your own lives. We hear you. We hear you and we echo much of what you say, though we, as guardians of this earth, are unable to step in and make change directly through ourselves. That, dear ones, lies with yourselves. You chose to come to earth at this time because you knew that there was something that you had to say, something that you must do, something that you must be part of that will deal with this great unraveling and the great building that is to come. Now the time is upon you to do as you vowed to do, to say as you knew you must say, and to be all that you were asked and agreed to be. Know that this does not require a great platform. It does not require a great deal of time or of energy, in fact. This requires the moments when you are asked to act. It requires the seconds in which you are able to speak. It requires the opportunities which you have to be. Every single moment of your lives is an opportunity to move further into the future that you foresee. Every single moment of your lives is an opportunity to pull in the future that you know is there waiting. Do not wait for that future to arrive. You must pull it in now. Allow it to move through you rather than waiting for yourself to move to and through it. Do you understand? The paradigms you have been shown of time, they are false in so many ways. And as you are moving through this current phase, this current year, you will notice those paradigms begin to fall away. You will see that time is not what you have been told. You will experience that time is not what so many say. Now, this is the first time we ask this of you, to pull time into yourself, to pull the future into yourself. Embody it now so that it may be. Do not wait for it to be until you can be embodied within it. That is a fool's errand, which will only lead to the building that we speak of taking longer. It will only lead to a holding of sorts, a failure to progress. You must understand at this time that what you are asked to do is not always a wholesale change. You are in the positions that you are in at this time for good reason. What you are asked to do again is to pull in the change that you are asking and allow it to move through you as a solitary being, but also in the collective. Allow the change that you see, allow the change that you wish for to move through you, and you will find that the change comes. If you wait for the change to happen and you to move towards it, you must understand that this will not come. You will find that the paradigms you have been shown and told of with regards to circumstance and action are also false. There is now a time of great change unfolding. For those who are attuned to this great change, they will feel and see and experience it even now. Know that where many of you that I speak with at this time are at this time is perhaps some steps ahead of others. Know that you will find your own connections to other circumstances, other realities beginning to come into you more clearly, more thoroughly. This will at times feel like insanity is what they have told you that this is. We wish to remind you that this is part of the unraveling now of the nature of reality as you have been told that it is. Do not fear. Do not worry. Do not doubt yourself, both for your ability to move through these times of the unraveling, but also for what you know to be true, for what you see and feel to be true. There is such greater to see, to hear, to feel, to experience than so many within this world have yet recognized. For some, they may not recognize this is their choice, and that, of course, is acceptable. But for you, your own awareness is becoming deeper, is becoming broader. Prepare for it. We have come to you before. We are the council that stand guard around your planet, a sentry, if you will, watching and waiting for the moment when many will see us, for the moment when we can be welcomed in, to share the wisdom that has been shared at times, but more, simply to be with you, to walk step by step and side by side with you as guardians of life at this time. We have a greater sense of energetic awareness and protection than any within the human race has managed to understand now. Please know that is not because you are in some way lacking or in some way missing. This is because it has not been possible up to this point in the depth of energetic that you are existing in to have an understanding of the energetics of which we speak. Know that our counsel is plentiful. There are many, many, many of us. And as such, I send at this time to each of you a guide who has vowed to be your partner, to walk in lockstep with you, to offer the protection that perhaps you have felt you were lacking, to offer the protection that perhaps you have worried was not enough, but more, to whisper into your ear in every moment the sense of your potential, the sense of global potential. We will be there to raise the energetics anytime that you wish. For everyone on this call, these guardians will come and stand with you, will come and be with you now. You may wish to get to know them. You may, some of you, see and feel and experience them over the coming days and weeks. Look out for it. They will be grateful to be known, to be named, to be honored by each of you. But know that if you do not see and hear them at this time, this does not mean that you have not been paired in this way. It is still ongoing. They are just simply perhaps shy to introduce themselves, as you may say. They are just perhaps taking a step back, surveying. They will still be protecting. They will still be whispering. They will still make themselves known when the time is right. I ask now that you give me just one moment while I invite these guides to step in beside you. Know that these relationships were agreed long before you came here, not only in this life, but many lifetimes ago. They were agreed back at the very dawning of this planet, at the very dawning of humanity, when we took on the role to act as a council for your planet. And at that time, we agreed which soul upon the earth would be paired with which soul from outside of the earth. And at this time, they will be working with you. They will be walking with you. They will be supporting with you. They will also be coming back to work with us and to share with us any concerns that they have. Know that you now have a great partner for this expansion, a partner who will work to protect you wherever possible through this unraveling that you may call upon at any time you feel uncertain, a partner that also will be laying bricks beside you for the foundations of the building when the building happens. There is a great expansion unfolding. We are jubilant at the idea of working through this and walking through this with you. We ask you now to temper your fears. We understand where they come from. We understand why they feel heavy. But instead of those fears, we ask you to feel the tiny grains, the tiny seeds of our jubilation. Allow it to be planted within you. And know that that jubilation will lead all of us forward. For as we have said before, Earth is the standard carrier for much of the galaxy. As you move through this experience, others will follow, others will see, and they will follow. Let us be jubilant together then, friends. Let us be jubilant and filled with the faith of all that we came here to do. Blessings and good day.
Okay, so just take a few deep breaths in now. Totonoa kalama itrina ka aishe noate. E tolo wana ma e kereda I shendosa. E tuata I la ima hi o kono roto I la shin. I se mia trata ala wana ke. Ndorotolo I chata tonu ata ike. Embala etro to I tanaka sekuruasa hi la shendara sia seta hi tarau kurunuata la hen. Imbaterekia patala shetunuasa ke andrata la sham e sonua ke abatre kunata e la chatanata rahima sekura wa e shana sekua la shela shasara sia sesanata ke. Hanata I amala e kutuatra I handuatra I a shena sakutuata e la shena se ke te atanata eramahe koroto hisundoko. So as the guides are showing me now, matotonuata tahiake, as we see ourselves sat here on the throne of Mother Gaia, maturunua tahiake la shana serasia senta hiake, with these beautiful guides standing paratatahia kotatanahi by your side, morotuala indarahia kunda se kuruhahiake, asanasiake la sha, imbusuasiki. We are going to start by Pataranahiakera Shandaseki Lashe, inviting in the energies from the center, Ondutuatarahiake from the great golden mother dragon, Muturua Natahiake Lashan. And as we move that energy up through the earth, Ndutuatarahian Datahinge, and into your spine, Boturunuata, right from the bottom, Balakenda Kikiaratahian Detahin. Ambare and as we start to wrap this energy mataratanatahia kunduatrahia ke around the spinal cord right now, very gently natarahia ke sanahia ko moving upwards unduala indahia ke rasanasekia ke right to the top, right where the skull meets maturunuatahia ke, and hooking utotonahia ke the energy in. Malo undo kurakia kera shena sia sera sekereyama indutuatahi. Ale peta kena kia kera sena sia so andatahia karasa. And those beautiful, beautiful strands of energy, matatanahi kiala, extending from your spine, andutahia ke, like a network of light, andurutuatatanahi ke rashana sakia keke natahi, in the energy field around you, Nguruata indake, ambalake rashendo sokuatarahia kerasen. So as that light expands, tutuana traia kerashena siakulashana, imbotorohia kerata, we start weaving the light under rekia ketahiake into the energy field, utuanatrahiake, into the energy field of the potential, ha nakurukuake kekeake, as we extend ototanata, our beautiful energetic tentacles outwards right now. Unduata iandatale embakerokuana ikirema ikurua sanasekiata tahiakunda imbotala hiakerashen isana hioko. The physical body, matutuana tatahia kera shanda sakia ke, the spine, andurutuana talahiangera kikiana, starting to interact naturuanda tahia ke with the fields, mutuana tarahia ke la shana sekurahia ke, andutuala hia ke, ampara sekurata, these beautiful, beautiful realms of potential, unguara kikinala, Imbotrahia kera shenda siku, and allowing the ranikia tatanata irashenda siake, this energy right from the beautiful mother dragon to just flow out, and dutua taratana tatahi, anga through you, arona tahiaka lashendo sahiake. Let your body feel all of these beautiful, beautiful buzzing little energy strands. It's going out into everything. Into that space within ourselves, Putuanata, where we are waking up the deepest remembering of the interconnectedness to all of the beautiful realms. Guruasana sia serakia taratana ke, hiniatala imba ke, aturutuatatanata, and any strands holding you hostage, gurunuatatai, we're pulling those back, and dutuataratatana hiake, out of the realms mutuana tratata hia kera sana sia kurata of fear and duala inda kera kuatatatana ha limitation mutuatrana ia kera senda sia ko ambatai ula sheturuasana ta ikera pa ia ke hindara ia ke, bringing that back into the sovereign self. Upatara imbata kiokura ua sekuna ku andata hia ke la shana se mase kuruata indake indake rotuata tatahia ke. So when we work with the energies of the higher realms, butuana tra ianga se kurusa se kutuana tatatana hia ke, we do not have to mutuana tatatata li shenda se kura hia ke, be held hostage maturuyanda ta hiokura tanata hia ke, by what we have been told. Mutuana ta ila shembaseku, bringing all of that back in. Matara inda iakura sena sia se, owning your energy. Aturana hia ke, hasina sia kurata, and seeing yourself now fully connected. Ula mate kuna quatra hia ke, to the realms of light. Ma ingara kusuanatara hia ke, to the realms of possibility, muala imbata kindake, and dutuatra, and to the great mother, masinda la shinda sokurua, ipatana ilama tekerenikia kutuatra iande, isena sioko, alama eturonua tata indake, ashuna sekuata hiake, and allow yourself, taratana tahiake, to start to feel the rhythm of your heartbeat. Utunake, 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 andutwala iake. And as we synchronize that back to the rhythm of the heartbeat of our planet, anatra ikanda keko, as we become one with the heartbeat of the Great Mother again, hana kula kwe, asenda kia katana tahiake, ni rashetuata, ashenata, as we are back in the remembering otutuno tahiake of the shared heartbeat, ulama kera senda, the shared heartbeat, atutuana tatahin, anahia hiake, arabase kutuana tatahiake, and the shared heartbeat of all the plants and the animals, kutuana tatahiako, and all of the beautiful living beings on this planet. Arakatana kiokota tahiake, because through the shared heartbeat, atunua tatahiaka, we get to return back motulo tonua tatahiake rasindahiake, to the divine love that brought us here in the first place. Utuana tahiake and the tahiake, because the heartbeat of this planet, ula shendo sahiake rakia kutatana tarahiake, goes right back to the heartbeat otunua tatahiake, of the sun, of the great central sun, o Otanahiake, and every single other planetary structure in this entire universe. Ola patana kia karakenda kia ke, the collective breath, the collective heartbeat of all that is. Asunahi arotahu kala kekena kekerata, anduruata ila make kia tarase, hasena le kia vatra ita tarawase ke. La sinda kuku amahe ishunuataka. And just allow yourself to be part of this. Huaratana ikirikia. La shituatana. For this has always been what we've been called to return back to. This is where we started. Seko saina ku anatema. Eshala seko haratanata. And just allow yourself to be in this feeling of connectedness with all. Imokutana la mai inda kikena. Heramate kurana hu. Nda shekuna wa. Lesinda ke. Ambotorotu anatahi. Selasike. Beautiful. Now I want you to be aware, matanatahi keata, these beautiful new energy fields that's opened up tonight. And as the guides that came through, Karen was speaking about the protection, botutuanatahi akala shenda seku, all that we are opening up and experiencing now. Hotanaki keata. They are so, so entwined with the higher realms, kutuanata, and with the protection, matalahinda kikuata, andrahiaka. And you get to experience the world through your heart now, hangura kikiana. You get to experience the world through the collective heartbeat, unguata. And this heartbeat is not part of the fear matrix. This heartbeat is not part of the collective consciousness that is stuck in fear and panic. Kuduatana, no, it is part of this realm of divine love, kunuata, and connection. And duatarahinda hiaka, and the pure light, mutuanatarahiake, from the beginning of time. Unguala indake, amatrekuna she. So you get to step into this year now, in this collective heartbeat again. Hakuna guarake, ambeso lashe no sakura hiaka, hindu tuanata hiake, ilashe maseke. So as we seal this deep, deep, deep remembering back into every cell in your being, into your spine, into your nervous system, hakana kurukuake kela in. Zuduana te inda ki kurunuatala, imbasekuna kuko la eta tanaka. Ishanase. Beautiful. Okay. And just feel yourself held by the mother. Utanakeke. Held by these beautiful forces. Rotanake. So just take a moment now just to feel yourself coming slowly, very, very slowly back into your body. Just need you to stop moving a bit, shoulders and your hands, and just start to drop back into the room, back into this reality. Agandake. So as I call upon all the beautiful guides and the dragons, Gutuana tahiake na tahiake, and so much gratitude, Atana hiakura tahiake, and blessing, Utonua tarahiake, for taking us Totona tahiake rasa back to the depths of ourselves tonight, Utuana tahiake. And as I close the circle now, Mituna wa ekurashen imbaleku itana evrasiande asikurunwa sekalashen sekereme sekutuno itrahiande ke ichotanata. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So as you just take your time now to slowly come back into your body, back into the room, just take a few deep breaths, keep moving yourself. And slowly, slowly just returning back to us.
Thank you for that. So, when we say to you at the start of these sessions, we don't really know where we're going to go. Generally, we don't think it's going to be here, have a new guide and have an entirely new energy system. That's not what we're generally going for, but sometimes it happens. We have no apologies for that. We maybe should offer a warning for it.
Oh, thank you. Oof.
I will say, and I know I say this every month, but this time more than ever, that felt so big. Every part of that felt really big. So please, whether you are live watching this with us right now, or whether you're watching this back at a later date, please remember to take care of yourself. You know, the drink all the water, have all the rest, eat all the food, take care of yourself, get out there and put your feet on the earth if you can after you've finished watching and or listening to this, because that felt really big and it feels like something that needs to have time to really settle in your body.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, baby steps, follow the rhythm. And yeah, every step counts. Every step counts. Okay, whew, right.
Let us say again, thank you so much for being here, but also let us say again, if you want to join us in Glastonbury, head over to the website. We will it'll be on all of the social media channels. You'll find it on our website. We'll pop it in the YouTube comments as well. So you've got a link to the thing as somebody else has actually booked on while we have been online. So, we're now down. I think that leaves us places that we've got left, maybe 9. So, if you're gonna book, please do that sooner rather than later, because we would love to see you there.
Beautiful. Okay, thank you so much for being here with us this month. We'll be back in March again. Yeah, we've got equinox and all the good stuff happening in March. And yeah, we've got, sorry, I didn't hear.
We'll be back at some point in March. We're not sure when yet, but watch this space and we'll tell you.
Yeah, because there's some eclipses happening as well, so it's going to be kick-ass, like good energies for March. So just hold into your hats. This is going to be a hell of a ride. So yippee us. Yeah, and thank you so much, and thank you, Charlie, for holding space for us as well, babe. Really appreciate you. And thank you, guys.
Thank you, and we're sending you loads and loads of love.
Cool. See you next month.